Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be the beginning of a new series for reading vlogs where I attempt to find one new favorite for mystery thriller horror books. And I feel like the bar is low. One, we're going to be doing these vlogs until I find one 5-star. Okay, please, one 5-star. It's been a struggle. I feel the last couple of years I haven't found that many favorites, so I thought we would go through categories, trying to really be scientific about this, trying to find one favorite. We're starting with the category I'm the most hopeful about, and it is to read more books by authors I've loved before. I feel like if I've enjoyed one of their books, the chances are I will enjoy another one. In the future, I'm also planning on doing one about popular books, which is probably going to be the most hit and miss because I get sucked into the hype too. I want to know if I'm going to enjoy the books, but I feel like generally speaking, it's been rough. And I also want to try more new releases because once again, I do get sucked into hype. And some of them are new releases plus authors I've tried before. So like, we're going to make it work. But yes, we're going to start by focusing on what's already on my shelf because, I'm trying to do that all year. And this is my mystery thriller horror bookcase. And we're going to go and grab all the books that I've enjoyed at least one book by the author before. Some of them it's a bit hit and miss, but I might try to focus on the ones that's been more hit because... Okay, so here we are. Like I said, some of them have been a bit more hit and miss. I've actually read another book by this author last week, which turned out good. I have read some of these, but I actually was not planning on doing this one, but maybe it could be popular books too. Let's move on. We'll talk about that in a second. I could read some Stephen King, to be honest, but it's been more hit and miss. What else do we have? Oh, actually, I do have an ebook from this author. I could do that. Megan Miranda, I have enjoyed some of her books. Simone St. James, I have enjoyed. This one, we'll talk about it. What else do we have? Oh, another Megan Miranda. Why not? And then more Stephen King. Do we have something else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I also had one already on here. So let's start with this one. I read My Best Friend's Exorcism. And I enjoyed it a lot more than expected, especially horror, but it uses classic tropes and it doesn't make fun of them, but like it just fully embraces them, which was fun. I enjoyed it and I wanted to read more by him. So I recently got Horrorstör, which is like kind of inspired by IKEA. And the more I see this book, the more I like it. It looks straight up like a catalog. So I think that's going to be definitely one of the ones I'd pick this week. I might even start with that one. I mentioned Gone Girl. Okay, I have read everything else by the author, and for some reason, I have yet to read Gone Girl. I've watched a movie, obviously, and I had read the first like 50 pages before. Oh my gosh, 40 pages. I have a wow, Jurassic World, 2015. So I did attempt to read this before I started doing Booktube, and never finished it. I thought it was 50 pages. It's 40. Close enough. I'm shocked this was in there. So yeah, I never finished it. So I feel like this could work either, again, for this category or popular books. Maybe I could keep this so I would actually like one of the books in that category. We do have some Megan Miranda. I've enjoyed some of her books. I've mentioned it a lot, but I liked All the Missing Girls and The Only Survivor. Yeah, The Only Survivors. So those are my two favorites by her, but I have two more because she tends to write solid murder mystery, small towns, and I enjoy them. So I have two. I'll probably check quickly what they're about and pick the best one or something if I pick that. And then I also have The Haunting of Maddie Clare, which frankly, this cover, I would have never picked it up if it was an author I hadn't tried before, but I've really enjoyed Sundown Motel if you're looking for again, small town murder mystery, but it flip-flops between timelines and there's a little bit of like paranormal vibes. So if you're looking for something to pick right now, I would recommend this one, but that's another one by her, which I think is one, yeah, you're following like a ghost hunter. So I don't know. We'll see. Probably will pick this up. And then this one I mentioned because Abandoned by Blake Crouch. I really enjoyed Dark Matter Recursion by him and the Wayward Pine series, which I think is less popular, but frankly, it's right up my alley, so I was fine with it. But I really did not care for Run. Is it good or bad behavior? And Upgrade was really underwhelming too. So like he's been 50-50 for me. So I've heard this one is also not his best, so I'm a little hesitant. And again, we're trying to find favorites, so this shouldn't be my first choice. Eventually I will give it a shot, but maybe not this week. And like I was saying, I do have The Passengers by John Marks also on my Kindle. So that could be an option too, especially if I feel the need to read on my Kindle. I'm trying to stop forgetting these books exist. And I have a few from my library, but I don't think I'm going to have access to them right now, but maybe in future videos. So, like, I might be able to pick up All the Colors of the Dark, which I did enjoy, another book by the same author, something in the end. So I could, or I could keep this one for new releases. We'll see. So as you can see, I have a lot of options, which is good. I was really worried that, you know, when books have been on my shelf for a while, you're like, I should pick it up, but you don't really feel the need to or the want to anymore. But I don't really feel like this about most of these. So that's good. Like I said, I think I'm going to start this one because I think it's going to be a little bit more funny. I feel like mystery thrillers, horror are not usually funny, but Horrorstör, something happened. I don't even know what happens in the store, but something strange is happening. That's all I care about. So we're going to start with this one and then we'll see what I'm in the mood for. But I think this is going to be a solid start. The question is there a 5-star book in here? Also, please leave us your best recommendations in the description box. I am planning on doing a video recommending a bunch, and I have done some in the past. I'll link those in the description box. Definitely check those out. Because obviously fall is approaching very quickly. I feel like it's already been fall for last month on social media, which is a little weird. But we're all looking for more favorites. And like I said, I'll put my own. I have a video coming up soon too. And I am planning on redecorating. You can't really tell, but over here, I will be putting some decor. I will have to go in my creepy basement to grab some of my decor. I'm not buying any this year because I'm trying to pay for the vet for the new kitten, but I'm sure I have plenty of things in the basement. It's been there for a year, so I kind of forgot what's there, but I know I have some leaves and stuff, so like, it's already looking really cozy. So that's the plan for this week, and yeah, I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna give you my first impression later today, but I have a good sign. I think this is my prediction, like a 4-star. But maybe a 5. Maybe a 5. Update time. I finished this book faster than I thought I would. That's why I'm already ready for the update. And let me tell you, this was good. It reminded me, the intro, a little bit of this other short story. I think it's 100-something pages, short book. You do get the IKEA vibe of like corporate hell, blah, blah, blah. And like that other book had something similar to it. Although this one, it's more like a client disappears in the store and the main character is forced to go and find them because they're the most recent employee and they have to go with their ex in a like alternate universe, a little bit adventure. So this one was more like fun. This is more like horror. It actually was genuinely uncomfortable at times, which like I don't often feel. I did read it at night, so like that probably helped a little bit. It's cool right now. Like I'm wearing a sweater vest, not vest, a sweater. How do you call those? Whatever. You know what I mean. In slim. So I was uncomfortable at times, which was great. I feel like in general the author, similar to his other book, he does make not really fun of the genre, but like he uses the classic tropes in a fun way. And I was afraid where it was going to go, but like I believed in him after again reading another one. And I feel like the ending was actually solid, more than I expected. So if you're looking for like a fun horror, this is not usually how I associate that genre, but if you're looking for fun horror, this is it. The main character works at this, it's not actually IKEA, it's like a cheap like dupe of it. That's basically what they're describing it as. And she is not, she's lost in life. She went to university, but she had to drop out. Like she's not happy. She is struggling with her bills. So you get, again, the capitalistic hell in the beginning. And she thinks she's, you know, a little too good to work there. And she ends up having to work an overnight shift with some of them, and weird things are happening. Obviously, horror. And like in the back, by the way, like look, horror. So yeah, like I said, it was good. It was good. Is it a 5-star though? No. I think this is like a solid 4, which like Not bad, not bad, but this isn't, you know, the holy grail that will save those genres for me, so we have to continue. Next, I do have an update about my health, which I know some of you were curious, and I kind of wanted to wait until I had more answers, and I do. So if you don't care, feel free to fast forward. You will not be hurting my feelings. I won't know. I will actually, due to my stats, but it's fine. So I finally have some answers, and it's not the best, but it could be worse, I guess. Long story short, I have celiac disease, which comes to surprise to no one except my family doctor. What? It's not hysteria? Who would have thought? I feel like I've probably had it my whole life, or most of it, because I had symptoms for forever. Unfortunately, that means that that has probably done some extensive damage. So healing has not been great so far. I have been gluten-free for a little while now, but I still had symptoms, and it's possible for people to just have symptoms forever, even though they're following gluten-free diet. So I was hoping it wasn't my case, but I ended up removing more like common allergens from my diet, and so far it's been helping. But I still was having issues, which I was sure was my blood sugar, which my doctor, I would tell him, and after my meals I would fall asleep. Like I felt awful brain fog, and he just wrote in my papers that, oh, I probably had reactive hypoglycemia, and I'm like, okay. So, I was like, that's it, like, no answer. Never helpful, basically. So, even though I was doing, like, the poke finger thing, hate needles, that was not fun. It was never significant enough for him to take me seriously, so eventually I sucked it up because it wasn't improving. I got a CGM, so it's a continuous blood sugar monitor. You poke it into your arm for 2 weeks, and you have the data on your phone, which is a wonderful machine. It should be free for everyone that needs it. It's life-changing. So I was able to see that even though I was doing everything that you're supposed to do, I would take walks before, after my meals, I would eat protein, fiber, no simple carbs during my meals, and like I was doing everything you're supposed to do, but I still felt like if I ate like half a sweet potato or like a quarter cup of black beans, I would have heart palpitation for 3 hours. Like I would literally get my watch would tell me to relax because my heart was going too fast while I wasn't moving. So with the CGM, I was able to see that, oh, not crazy. Turns out that my blood sugar does go too high, and then it drops way too fast, way too low. So I would be at like 3 point something 2 hours after eating. So you don't feel good when that happens. And I was able to see also that sometimes it randomly drops, like early morning. I think I actually got a screenshot of that one. I'm too excited, I can't speak. But that one time I was at 2.9. Early morning, I hadn't had any food yet. That's too low. And the anxiety that I had that would wake me up in the middle of the night, low blood sugar. It wasn't pressure thing. I checked. So like I'm not crazy. And like that felt validating. I'm gonna be honest, I have yet to go back to my doctor with that data because I just don't think he's gonna take me seriously. And I know I need to get tested because it is more common for people with celiac to develop diabetes, but I don't think it's my case because my A1C was normal. To be honest, it has been increasing ever since this whole thing has been going up. Last like 3 years, I went from like 4.8 to 5.5. But I feel like all of this, the blood sugar thing, could be due to the celiac, a lot of inflammation or like my digestive system being such a mess that like a malabsorption of stuff or just loss of muscle mass really because I've been so sick the last couple of years. So I'm hoping at the moment for my own mental health, I'm focusing on just working on that instead, healing, building some muscle, and if I still don't feel good, I'll go back, which I know probably will have to, but like I can't go right now. Like it's traumatizing to constantly go and not be taken seriously. Anyway, I feel a lot of rage at the moment, but the good news is that I am slowly feeling better. And one of my main symptom was brain fog. It was so debilitating. I felt dumb. Okay, I would record videos and I was really struggling to speak. Not like I am right now because of the excitement, but just I couldn't like figure out what to say and how to say it. And that's one of the things that is finally mostly gone. And just the other day, actually, I was trying to figure out how many books I had in my unread jar, like the giant jar. And I went back to look at the video from the end of last year, and you can see me struggle. And it was really hard for me to watch it because I knew that felt bad, but seeing it was so bad. Like I'm trying to laugh it off in the video, but I literally can't count. And it's crazy. I'm great at math. Like it was just anyway. So I am improving. I am trying not to get overexcited as I tend to do and just take it slow because I've been, redecorating a little bit, cut my hair. Like I'm happy that I'm starting to feel better, but I don't want to overdo it too quickly. So yeah, So that's the good news. I have, an answer. Not all of it, but I have my main answer. I can focus on healing, and hopefully the blood sugar will come down once ever, inflammation, healing of the digestive system. Hopefully I'll start sleeping good too. I haven't had a proper full night of sleep in 4 years. That is crazy debilitating. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but yeah, that's the news. Feeling better-ish. I'm trying to be patient, trying to not feel too much rage. Like, isn't it annoying that, like, I knew I wasn't crazy, but, like, eventually when you keep being dismissed, how else am I supposed to feel? Like, it's normal for women to faint? Like, it's so dumb. I hate misogyny in healthcare. That's why I've been reading so many books on the topic. But yes, it's not normal to feel drunk 24/7. Who would have thought? What really gets me is the like waking up in panic middle of the night and being told that, oh, it's anxiety. And now I could see like on my phone that no, it's because my blood sugar drops under 3. So I wake up in panic. And like it wasn't the alert or anything. It was just me waking up and then I would check because I knew. Yeah. Yeah. So at the moment my diet is incredibly weak, but I'm trying to be positive and hoping that, a little bit more time I will feel better, and I promise if I don't, I will go back. I can't do it. I'm assuming I have some kind of insulin resistance, which would make sense. So yeah, that's the update. So on that news, I'm gonna go pick book 2 for this vlog, because that is a reading vlog. But I mean, at this point, some of you have been following me for forever. I recognize your names, by the way. And when you change your pictures, sometimes I'm like, should I say something? I'm gonna sound crazy, but like, I recognize you. My comment section is literally my favorite part of this whole thing. So yeah, one book down, a health update, and more books to come. Let's do this. So, one down. Now let's go to the pile. Oh, by the way, I did find another one by Simone St. James, which I could. This one, I don't think we're going to do that to ourselves. I think this is the one I'm going to actually read. And then I have those again round up. I think we're going to start with this one because it's ghost. And this one was kind of ghost. And I feel like I want more. Okay, I'm just a little harsh. But I need to do an update before I go get ready because I'm going to forget to do it tonight. So I have 2 books to talk about. I feel like I've been skipping a lot of update already in this vlog, and we're halfway through. So I did give a shot to The Haunting of Maddie Clare, and I decided to put it down. I will still be reading it eventually. I just don't feel like it's the vibe I need right now. I'm more like popcorn mood right now. And this feels like almost historical fiction horror. Well, not horror, but like mystery, ghost, whatever. It's just demanding too much of brain power than I actually have. So if you are someone that prefers reading historical fiction, you want to get into mystery thrillers. But yeah, main character is going through it. She's having money issues and she gets this offer to work for this man. She's kind of skeptical about it, and he wants to go hunt this ghost who doesn't like men, so she needs to be hired to go there. So again, nothing wrong with the book, it's just not what I'm in the mood for. So I did go back quickly and grab this one. I should have read what it was about. It's my fault. Didn't realize that Come Find Me is actually YA. I didn't know she wrote YA books. And again, I don't think it's a bad book, but you found these 2 teenagers, they're both of them, they're brothers, kind of disappear in mysterious circumstances. And one of them kind of unseriously thinks maybe aliens, the other one, again, unseriously thinks ghosts. And they connect online, they meet, and it looks like it's going to be a romance, and I cannot right now. So this one I will be getting rid of, and I will be donating it probably to a small library close to a school or something so someone can read it. But yeah, it's just really not what I expected from her. Again, my fault. I should have looked it up, but it is what it is. This one will be put in the... Oh, put the cover back. I'm going to put it in the unhaul shelf right here. So it means that out of desperation, I will be reading The Passengers, which some of you had told me that this was connected to The One, which is the only other book that I've read by the author. Now that I've read it, I can actually get around to reading this. This has been on my Kindle for like, I want to say like 4 years. Is that possible? Like it's been a long time. So it's finally going to be time for me to pick it up. So on that note, I'm going to go actually get ready to spend my day doing things. Oh, by the way, I've been getting questions about my hair being curly. Like some of you are like, oh, I think you might have curly hair. I do. I really had like really, really properly curly like ringlets as a kid. But you know, life it changes, plus damage and health issues also affect my. I used to lose like literally handfuls of hair every day, and the top is still kind of straight because it's damaged and straight. But look at the bottom. Like it's definitely coming back. Like it's wavy, don't come for me. I know the internet goes crazy over what is curly and wavy, but it's definitely coming back. I don't know what the lighting looks like right now, but I've slept with wet hair, which is also not really good. So this is what it looks like after sleeping on wet hair. So yeah, it's wavy. It's starting to come back a little bit because my hair is getting less and less dry and more shiny. It's been great, but yeah, I will update you on the last book that I'm giving a shot to. I really thought that this version of the challenge would be the best one and I would get, you know, at least 1 5-star. And to be fair, I did enjoy this one, but the passengers better be good. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next category. Time for a review. I finished The Passengers. I feel like this vlog has definitely been like I finish a book, I talk about it instead of like in the middle of it. But some of them were really quick read, and then some of them were quickly put them down. Passenger, though, I do have more of an opinion. I didn't really remember exactly what it was about, except dystopian, and I didn't realize it is part of the same world as the ones. Like, I know you warned me that they were, like, connected, but, like, I didn't notice it at first until later on you're like, oh, okay, it does come back. The one was definitely, like, dystopian kind of Black Mirror vibes, this one too. But yeah, the connection between the two doesn't really make sense until or isn't apparent until towards the end. So in that version of our world, cars just drive themselves. It's a new technology. It's basically what needs to happen now. And you have a group of people that essentially gets kidnapped by their cars. And you have this message to the owner, basically, of that company, which was giving Elon Musk vibes. And they are being threatened that once they get to their destination in 2.5 hours, they're all gonna get. So it's pretty intense. You get some drama happening, and I think it's an interesting topic, like just ethically speaking. But for some reason, a little bit like the one, even though the topic's interesting, I have nothing against the writing. I still struggle to be as emotionally invested as I wanted to. Obviously, it's high stake. A lot is happening. So I don't know, there's something about the author's writing that I don't fully connect to. Did I still enjoy it? Yes. Do I still recommend it? Yes, especially again if you are looking for more Black Mirror kind of books. I should do a video about this. I feel like I need to wait until they come out with the new season, which like, is it even gonna happen? I know they had mentioned like they don't need to because our world is already close enough. Yes, even though again the stakes are pretty high, there was just something that didn't fully connect, but still very like actual. It was probably published just a couple years ago, but still very actual topic. It is set in the UK, so it does mention some biases. And yeah, it's almost like reality TV a little bit, but like the stakes are a little bit higher, obviously. So I think I'm gonna rate this like a 3 point something. I might round it down to 3. So yeah, this is not good for the actual challenge, but we have 1 4-star, one I got rid of, one pile of shame, I guess, and then 1 3 something. So kind of fell at this challenge, to be honest. But I was so excited to talk about it that middle of my snack, I feel like I have some stuck in my teeth. Honestly, eating an apple, eating anything while having Invisalign is a biatch because it's been like 5 years on and off. I don't even want to talk about it, but like I have random holes. This was part 1 of me attempting to find 1 5-star mystery thriller horror before the end of the year. I told myself I was doing this 3 times. Will we succeed? Like, no matter what, I want to do it at least 3 times, but like, I want to at least find one favorite. And it's not looking good. This was the category I thought I was going to right away. That's why I wanted to start with this one, because I wanted to be, you know, positive. So clearly, the books on my shelves from authors I've already loved are not it. So the next category is going to be books that are extremely popular. And I feel like I have mentioned I have Gone Girl somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but I have Gone Girl somewhere. I think this one might be key to my success. Like I said, I have seen the movie, so like I've enjoyed it. I feel like chances are I will enjoy the book too, and I will have to decide what else do I have that I have a good feeling about. I know some of them are probably going to be quick DNFs, but like we're going to mix it up, okay? Some of them that I want to clean up for my shelves, and some of them that I'm really excited about and hopeful. So that's it. Is it successful? I mean, we went through 4 books ish, so there's that. We'll take it. But yeah, this was a flop. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Thumbs up, subscribe. I'll put more on the screen that I recommend you check out, including my last Read It or Unhaul It, which was pretty good. And I did reorganize my bookshelves, part 2 on the other side, and it's looking so much better. I mean, this side is looking great. And the other one is definitely starting to be up there. I do want to do a little bit more decor, but things are looking good, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.